Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Financial Fix with Charnella. And for this episode, the question I'm going to ask you is, what have you done for yourself lately? We spend a lot of time figuring out how to help others, giving our time, our energy, and all of our resources to other people and to our jobs. I would say to our friends, our family, our jobs. But what are you doing for yourself? When are you going to get motivated to do that thing which you said you were going to do, that you promised yourself you were going to do years ago? There's too many of us giving our jobs overtime, working 50, 60, and sometimes 70 hours a week. We're pouring into our jobs, but how are we pouring into ourselves? Are you really happy working 50, 60, 70 hours a week? Or is there another plan that you really had for your life, but you were just too afraid to pursue those plans because your excuse was, well, I have bills. Of course, yeah, everybody has bills. I have bills. You might say, well, I don't have the support of my family. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. For years, I put off what I wanted to do. After I started a family, I felt, in a sense, obligated to put my spouse and my children's needs ahead of my own. And I'm not saying that your spouse and your children don't deserve your time and that they don't deserve your commitment, but I'm saying you can still carve out time to do that which you wanted to do before you started a family. And sometimes after you start a family, you decide, hey, there's something I really want to do with my life because maybe I'm not completely satisfied with where I am in life. And so I'm here to tell you that that's okay. It's okay to make time for yourself. It's okay to reserve time, take out time for you. Because if you don't take out time for you, you're not going to give your family what they deserve because you're going to be too tired, too exhausted, overwhelmed, and there's only so many hours in a day. So from here on out, rather than overcommitting yourself, you're going to start exercising the word no. Can't do this right now. Can't make that commitment to you. And sometimes in the beginning, you're going to feel a little bit guilty. And you're going to think to yourself, well, I should be putting my family first. I should be putting my job ahead of my personal needs because I want to satisfy my boss or I want to satisfy the company. But in the end, when you finish making all those sacrifices, make sure that those sacrifices that you're making are worth it, especially when it comes to the job. And I'll tell you why, because there's so many of us that give our jobs our lives. We give them our time. We dedicate more to our jobs than we do to our own families. And then we lose sight of what our real purpose is in life. What really makes us happy? Is it really the job that makes you happy? I mean, think about it. What if tomorrow that job ended and you gave the best parts of you solely to the job and you forgot about your family, you forgot about your goals and aspirations? Where are you then? Dead in the water. Most companies today do not value their employees. Now, there are some out there that do. So for those companies that do value their employees and they treat their employees the way they deserve to be treated, kudos to those companies. And yes, you should be dedicated to them, but not so much so that you put yourself and your family and the things that are most important to you on the back burner. If you have goals, aspirations, go after them. Don't live with regret. I have so many regrets because I made the decision to have children before I had finally figured out what it is I wanted to do with my life. And I mean, I had reached some goals, but not all of them. And so when my children were small, I felt guilty going back to school. So I put it off. and I didn't go back to school. I didn't become a pharmacist because I kept putting it off. And I remember saying to myself, Charnella, you've got two small children. At the time, my ex-husband worked a lot. And so I put it off. And I said, I'm not going to go back to school right now because it's not the right time. I should have made this decision before I had children. Well, some of you out there, you might be in that same position. And what I'm going to say to you is that, yes, your family is important. Your children are important. Your job is important, but so are you. Make the time. It doesn't mean that you should abandon the job. It doesn't mean that you abandon your spouse. You don't abandon your children. You just find a way to restructure your time, restructure your life, to put you in it, to make room for you. Make room for the things that you want to do so that you don't look back on your life 20 years later and say, man, I wish I had have done this, or I wish I had have done that. Because the one thing we can't get back, which is the most valuable thing to us, is our time. And my first marriage lasted 22 years. And in that time frame, there's a lot of regrets that I have with regards to putting me first. I always put myself on the back burner. So make time for yourself. Make time to do the things that it is you want to do that makes you happy. Don't sacrifice your family, but don't sacrifice yourself either. In this life, we get one life, one opportunity to make that life the best life that we'll want to live. And so make your life the life that you want, the life that you dreamed of having. That starts today. As long as there is life in your body, you can change your life, you can change your circumstances, you can have the life that you dream of having. All you have to do first is dream it, produce the steps necessary to make it happen, and make the room. Carve out the time and make room to reach your dreams. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to my channel to hear more motivational and inspirational and financial tips.